Yo, what's up guys? So it's actually Saturday night, starting the drum vlog a little early this weekend because I wanted to kind of change some things about the set. So this weekend we're doing some more contemporary stuff, so I really want to go bigger cymbals, deeper snare. Tons of you have been asking about this snare. This is a Pearl Masters free floating. Is the church snare. They've had it forever. This thing is sick as far as pop and crack and cut. It's an awesome snare, great snare. But I wanted something a little fatter this weekend, and also wanted to kind of beef up my cymbals. So, all right, let's see if this works. I've always wanted to try this. See if it works. Oh man, it worked. But so tonight, tomorrow I'm gonna be using a little bit different setup. So let me kind of show you what I'm doing. All right, so if you're around this channel, these are not any surprise to you, but I've got 16-inch hats. It's actually 2 crashes I'm using as hats, so love those. I got a 20-inch, it's a thin, actually extra thin ride, but I use it as a crash. I don't really like it. I brought down my 22 as a ride. I think, we'll see, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this or not, but I'm gonna run through the set a little bit and see if I need a ride. I've got a 20-inch crash, and then I've left the 18. So, but what I've got here is a 1967 Ludwig Superphonic. So this thing is awesome. I'm probably gonna do a whole video about this, but basically I got this guy for 125 bucks on eBay. So killer deal. I put a Weather King vintage that just seemed fitting for this, but you know, it's great. It's really fat. It's got some good tone. I really didn't do much to it. Like, I wish I could tell you this, you know, I was like restored it and all this great stuff. I pretty much just got it, cleaned it up a little bit. I'm using the exact same lugs. Like, I didn't replace anything. Same hoops, same lugs. Now, I mean, the hoops are a little wonky. You know, it's a little bit higher on one side. But we'll see. I'm gonna see how this thing sounds and through the system, but I'm probably gonna use it tomorrow, and you're gonna be surprised with how good it sounds. 125 bucks, 67 Ludwig. It's gonna be awesome. So, anyways, this stuff is gonna give me a fatter, beefier tones. So pumped about that. We'll see how it turns out. I've got this stuff switched out, and yeah, we'll see. I'll see you back here in the morning. Okay, good morning. We're back. It's 7:24, and I think Travis is here, but so far I'm the only one here. So we got everything set up, ready to go. One thing I'm trying to do is figure out a different GoPro angle. So what I've done is I've mounted this claw attached to the hi-hat stand, and then I've got this little camera mount attached to that. So this is like my favorite camera mount, like for on-the-go stuff. They're like 10 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. But it's just a little thing that goes from like any kind of mic stand to an 1/8 inch. So actually the top fell off of this one, so I had to go to Lowe's and get something else that would work. So I may do that, use that for Drew, our bass player over here. Drew, being the humble person that he is, has not wanted to set up any kind of camera because it would be like in the way of the drum shot. So he said, I don't want to set up a camera because I'll be here. You know, I'm here, but if I do it like a camera here, it's going to get in the way of the cameras, like the main cameras, the jib camera here for our service stream. So what we've got now is a little shorty stand, so the shot will be like that. I mean, that should be pretty sick and be out of the way. So I've been giving them a hard time because everyone's always asking for videos of the bass player. Who's the bass player? Does he have a YouTube channel? Yes, he does. He needs to post more, and I'm gonna push him to do it. So I'm putting him on blast, and when he gets here, I'll start bugging him too. We're in between services and did a GoPro battery swap again. But one thing I'm gonna do that I thought about, when you're using ears, a lot of times if you're playing any kind of cross stick stuff, if you have to do any of that, it can be hard to hear, you know, because with the ears on, like the sensitivity, you know, where your sweet spot is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my stick and I'm actually gonna mark with a marker, like when I'm gonna find the sweet spot, take a Sharpie and like etch that out so that I'll know exactly where I need to be. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okay, so now I know this is where I want the butt of the stick to be, and then this is gonna be the line, you know, where I'm gonna strike. So I know a quick guide, I'm gonna drop it in there, and then that's my spot. That's kind of the sweet spot right there. So again, that's a quick tip. If you use headphones, play with ears, it can be hard to hear some of that sensitive stuff. So mark it out, that way you know every time you're getting the sweet spot on your cross stick. No stranger to most of you, this is the man, the myth, the legend, Drew. This morning, we were actually able to capture him on camera in his natural habitat. Bro, take me through your setup.
Well, first we'll start with instrument of choice.
Yes.
Fender Jazz 5 Deluxe. It's just a Mexican made. Love it. So the rig, here we go. Going wireless line 6, just a G50 I believe. Yeah, okay. G50, super reasonable, does the job. I'm going into, I got a Furman power distributor, Korg tuner, then into the GK 1001 RB, into 410, Neo 410.
Nice.
And we're running Avioms. And then I have that stereo patched into Sennheiser EW300 for my wireless in-ears. And then I'm using, what are these, 1964s? So, loving it.
With the Drew logo.
That's right, gotta have the,
come on, there you go.
Gotta have the logo. Yee. So love it, man, this is my setup. Does great, killing it. Happy, super
nice.
Pumped to be in it. So yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Drew's the man. And we got some footage of him, so we should be able to see him on camera today. So one thing I forgot to mention about this little snare, so it's older, and like I said, I didn't change any of the lugs or anything, but sometimes, you know, older snares go out of tune a little quicker. So I've got these guys, tuner fish lug locks. So basically it does just that, it just locks your lug from detuning. So I've got like one here, and actually I found that these bottom ones go out of tune really bad as well. So I I put the lug locks on there, and that really helps keep everything in tune. So yeah, well man, that's it for me today. You should see some of the videos from this service popping up on my YouTube here in a couple days. I'll link them throughout the video when they go up. Also, I've linked a couple things in here. The little clip that I use to mount my camera, I get a bunch of questions about that, like what are you doing? The GoPro suction mount, the camera mount that I'm using that I have the other guys on. Also, I've just linked a bunch of stuff that I use, so check that out. Want that to be a resource, like this camera, you know, some of my favorite stuff, tom mics, snares, also a little iPhone microphone, the IQ7, check that out. So also, if you're just now joining, subscribe, man. I'd love for you to follow along. You get updated when new content drops. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it. That actually helps it rank higher on YouTube, so more people will see it. And if you feel like somebody would benefit from this kind of stuff or enjoy it, man, share it with them. That'd be awesome. I'm trying to create community on this channel with other drummers, musicians, inspire, share resources. And so yeah, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.